We're live. Hello, everyone. Dr. Chad here. And with me here today is Melissa. And I am super excited about having Melissa on here today. Melissa was sharing a little bit of her story with me before we got on the call. And, a lot of the health challenges that she's been through, maybe they're health challenges that you've been through. And she's also used collagen and seen some incredible results with these challenges. So, really excited and super grateful for you, Melissa, for coming on and spending some time with us today. How are you doing today?
Great, thank you.
Wonderful. Well, before we get into some of my questions, why don't we have you introduce yourself? Maybe tell us your age, where you're from, maybe some of your hobbies, or if you're working right now, anything like that you want to share.
I am 59. I am single. I do work. I work full time. I'm an office manager. I live in Muncie, Indiana. And I love to spend time with my grandson, bake, and craft. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, why don't let's start with the first question. So you told me about some of the health challenges that you were experiencing before this call, but why don't we talk about what was the main problem that you were trying to overcome before you found Native Path Collagen?
I was diagnosed with cancer 17 years ago, and they told me I would not live. And knock on wood, I did. I'm here. Thank you, Lord. When you go through chemo and radiation, your skin ages very quickly. And I was 42 when I was diagnosed with cancer. The blood spots, and nerve ending damage, was a big thing for me. I went through 3 weeks of 96 hours straight of chemo. 3 of the most industrial strength chemos they had at the time, and that caused a lot of nerve damage. The last week, they could not locate my veins, so they had to go through my hand. I wake up in the middle of the night, scratching my hand, not knowing it, thinking that there is a hair or something on my hand. And then I would wake up with, I don't know if you can see the little spots on my hand, but I found that the collagen taken with alpha lipoic acid has decreased that. And it also helps take away the redness looking like blood. I mean, my hands and arms used to look like bloody stubs all the time. Even if I just bumped them or something. Also, from that, over time, I have acquired fibromyalgia. Some days also lupus, and some days also rheumatoid arthritis. Collagen helped with that. The doctors had me on probably 20 different medications.
Wow.
Nothing really changed.
Yeah.
My sister is the one who turned me on to your Native Path Collagen. And I fell in love with it instantly. And I have been using it faithfully for the last 4 years.
I love it. I love it.
So I have tried other brands. They do not compare in any way.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what was different about Native Path Collagen compared to the other brands that you tried?
The value, the size, the price, the natural of it. Everything was natural.
Mm-hmm.
I have more energy, more everything than what I would have, say, with, see, what was one of them I tried? Beach body.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gave me a beach body. The bottle was about, the jar was only about this big, very small.
Yeah.
And it was like triple the price of your huge one,
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
love the fact that, and your scoops were so much bigger. Theirs was these little teeny tiny things. And I thought, what benefit am I getting here? And I
Yeah.
really wasn't. I was just wasting money.
Yeah.
So I am now in your auto ship program.
Way to
It's
go.
a three, was it 20 ounce?
Mm-hmm.
No, 20 gram,
20-gram
28
scoops.
serving.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
So I'm on auto ship now. I'm done.
I love it. I
I'll
love
never
it.
have to worry about ever running out again.
Yeah. Well, I love that you tried other brands and you didn't see the results and you tried Native Path Collagen and you started noticing the difference, because one of the things we try to communicate to our customers is the difference in the quality of the collagen too. So one of the things I
Oh,
always say,
absolutely.
there's a difference. First of all, it doesn't smell bad. It's clean. It
There's no
mixes really easy.
flavor.
There's no flavor. It just mixes really easy. But
I
also,
scoop a scoop every morning in my coffee.
yeah,
I'm good for the day.
yeah, and the quality is so good because it comes from cows that were eating grass. They were roaming fields, drinking water, getting sun, and it comes from type 1 and type 3 collagen. And a lot of the other collagens out there, it comes from cows that are raised in feedlots. It comes from cows that were given hormones and antibiotics and fed grains, and they get sick. And that produces a very poor quality collagen. So something we're always trying to communicate, but I'm glad you noticed that difference in the collagen, and
Oh,
that's really what
right
got you
off
those
the rip.
results. Yeah,
Right off
wonderful.
the rip.
I love it. I love it. Well,
Absolutely.
can you take us to the moment, maybe a little bit after you started taking Native Path Collagen, when you noticed that it was actually working? What was that like? What were some of the changes you started seeing?
The difference in my skin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would just wake up with spots for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
I might have went like this in the middle of the night or something. That doesn't happen. The only problem area seems to be now on my hand, and it's very minimal. Very minimal.
Mm-hmm.
Energy was another
Mm-hmm.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Energy. I didn't think, I can't say that I'll ever be back to the way I was before cancer, but nothing slows me down. I
Mm-hmm.
work 40 hours a week. I hang out with my 9-year-old grandson. My
Mm-hmm.
sister and I, do things sometimes on the weekend. I'm not exhausted. It's just a lot of things. A lot.
Yeah, and energy is so important. If we don't have energy, what can we do?
I
So.
didn't want to come home, and I didn't want to be like my mom when they diagnosed her with diabetes years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She came home and sat down in the chair and basically just waiting to die. And I know both of my sisters were worried about that when I was diagnosed with cancer, but I didn't do that. I realized that if I didn't make myself get up and go, nobody was going to.
That's so important.
And so I always scheduled all my appointments early in the morning so that I had that energy
Mm-hmm.
and was off and running.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's made a big difference in my
I
life.
love it. I love it. I'm curious. A lot of people want to know, how you like to use Native Path Collagen. Do you put in your coffee, your tea, your smoothies? How do you like to
Absolutely. I put it in my
incorporate it?
coffee every morning. That's the
Oh,
first
great.
thing I drink coffee mainly all day due to the fact that it helps solidify my food
Mm-hmm.
and it helps with the saliva. I have no saliva whatsoever.
Mm.
And so you eat food, I take stiff coffee, the heat helps break it down. And I'm a coffee drinker from the time I get up to the time I go to bed.
Me too. I like coffee too. I like coffee too. Well, there's probably some people that are watching this. They're thinking about whether or not they should try native path collagen or not, or maybe they just started to try it and they're not sure if they should keep going. Is there anything you want to say to people who are considering native path collagen?
Oh, if they're considering, just do it. Just do it. Don't think twice. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
I fought my sister for I don't know how long. Going, I don't need it. I'll be okay. Blah 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 blah. And when I did start using it, it's like that was the first jar I reached for when I made my coffee in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I still do. It sits right by my Keurig. Every time I make a cup of coffee, first thing comes out before the cream even goes in. It's the
Mm-hmm.
collagen.
Mm. I love it.
Don't ever think twice.
Yeah. So it's such a good thing for everyone to have, and most people are extremely deficient in it because we don't get enough in our modern diets. So I'm glad
And
that
as
you've over
women age, as we age, we need it. We
totally.
really need it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's supposed to be a part of our natural diet, but we just don't get enough in our modern culture. And as we age, our natural production of collagen declines. So as we age, it
Yeah,
becomes
and
more and
see,
more
and I
important
got a
that we.
big, I would say my body jumped on that. I
Mm-hmm.
went downhill faster than most people my age. I mean, I was diagnosed with cancer at 42, and within that 9 months or 11 months, my body just went downhill, downhill.
Yeah. 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 It does a lot
And
to you.
then with not having saliva, you can't eat a lot of foods that you used to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have to learn. I've had to learn a whole different way of eating everything. And then when they did this problem in my face, I had to rehabilitate myself to learn to walk and talk again because
Mm-hmm.
they took the small bone out of my left leg to replace my jaw.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to learn to walk and talk again. And that takes a toll on someone a
Yeah,
lot.
it does. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Melissa, thank you so much for coming on, and I'm so
My pleasure.
happy that you got such great results in your skin and your energy from collagen, and just thank you for coming on and sharing such an inspiring story about how you overcame
My
this
pleasure.
and uh, the benefits that you've had. It's so inspiring to all of us. So if anybody has any questions about anything about collagen for me, just let me know in the comments section. Happy to answer those for you. But thank you again, Melissa, for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day,
God
everyone.
bless you. Thank you.